Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is MichaelLetendre, and today I had a little bit of things to talk to you guys about, but today we're going to go ahead and ask ourselves some random questions using a question generator. And the first question is, what do you do first thing in the morning? And to answer that one, I would say for most days, it's wake up, go to the bathroom, make myself breakfast, generally a couple of egg whites or a bagel or a couple of fruit, or maybe a little bit of trail mix and some fruit juice, some yogurt, stuff of that nature, sometimes oatmeal. I mean, it's a variety really, but generally that's the breakfast foods that I tend to go to. But if not immediately that, sometimes I'll take the day a little bit slower if I don't have anything to rush into and hop on the game Hearthstone, which is Blizzard's trading card game. It plays a little bit like Magic the Gathering if you're familiar with that but aren't familiar with Hearthstone. It's a little bit faster. It's on the mobile devices as well as the PC and the Mac and all that jazz. And I'll do that because one of the best ways that you can wake up is to have your brain start to problem solve immediately when you're starting to wake up. And you can do this by having somebody ask you questions when you wake up, or you can do something like play a strategy game much like Hearthstone. And so I'll do that. I'll hop on and do the daily quests, which usually requires me to play 2 or 3 matches, which about 10 minutes each, sometimes faster. We got some dogs barking, so I apologize if you can hear that in the video, but we're gonna go ahead and hop into our second question. So yeah, first thing in the morning, I either play Hearthstone or I go to the bathroom and start my day pretty quick. Second on the list of questions is, do you recycle? Yes, my family recycles just about everything. Plastic bottles, glass bottles, cardboard boxes from Amazon most specifically. Paper, everything you can imagine. We've got 2 giant recycling bins that taken each week. So yes, we recycle quite avidly. If you knew you only had 24 hours left to live, what would I do? It's kind of a hard answer. What can you do in 24 hours? I mean, and so I'm thinking you have to do some kind of crazy in the time that you had. But I don't really know. 24 hours, I mean, it's not a lot of time left at all. I mean, how can anyone really prepare for something like that? Realistically, I think if I had 24 hours left to live, I'd probably just do something that I felt was right at the time. Whether that be just to sit by the pool with a couple of friends, or maybe do something absolutely crazy. But whatever felt right at the given time, that's what I would do. Regardless if it was extreme or if it was just another day. Would you be willing to reduce your lifespan by 10 years to become rich or famous? No, I'm going to say I would not, because I don't particularly want to be famous. I want to be like Judge Judy famous, right? Where everyone kind of knows who you are, but no one really seeks to disrupt your life. So no, I don't think I would want to give up 10 years of my life, considering that, I'm 21, and realistically speaking, I can probably only really vividly remember the last 10 years of my life. And so to give that much time up at some point in my life seems like such a long period of time, and so I don't know if I'd be willing to give that up for maybe a little bit easier of a time, or because being liked doesn't mean that somebody is good or good looking or smart or intelligent or any of this and pass on the fame, unless it's Judge Judy fame. I think I would like that, but other than that, I don't think I want to be famous. If you were the opposite gender for one day, what would you do? I feel like a little boy going through puberty right now, but I feel like the one thing I would do is I'd probably just observe my body for a day. At least for the first hour, right? Just stand in front of a mirror and be like, so this is what it's like. What do I think the best invention has been up to this point in time? I gotta say the internet. The amount of information that can be shared. The fact that you are watching this is because of the internet. The world's information at our fingertips is such a powerful tool, and I think that is gotta be the greatest invention of all time. I mean, light is pretty cool, electricity, fridges, that was pretty useful. Electricity could burn books down, start a fire. I don't see the internet starting fires. Yeah, what do you got? Your move, electricity. What is the one thing I cannot live without? Some of you might believe I might say the internet 2 times in a row. I feel like the question is asking for something materialistic, but I'm gonna have to answer, I would not be able to go without other people. Without companionship, right? Because I think without companionship, I would be just an absolute mess of a person, just an absolute crumbled down wall. So I'm gonna go with other people. I would not be able to live without other people. I mean, oftentimes I'm begging to get away from people, but in general, I welcome people because, you know, it makes me feel better. It gives me a fullness that otherwise isn't really replaced. And so I'm gonna go, that's my answer. I'm gonna go with other people. I like it. What is the biggest priority in my life right now? That one's a tough one, but at the same time, it's pretty easy, right? Because my biggest problem right now is space, is my living environment. And so that would be my biggest goal right now, is to kind of carve my own space. Of my own, but not necessarily by myself. Spread my wings and jump out of the nest and hope all is well. I would say that's probably my biggest goal, because I feel like that's what's holding me back the most, is knowing that I can live comfortably, relatively now, and not having that kind of urgency to, you know, sink or swim kind of feel, you know what I mean?